Welcome to my The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Happy New Year, niggas. Let's go. Happy New Year's, guys. This is going to be our New Year's episode. This one is pre-recorded and not live for today just because your boy got New Year's plans. So I'm not going to do it live today. This one's going to be pre-recorded. This episode will be up on Sunday, New Year's Eve. So, yeah, man, hopefully you guys are having a good and safe New Year's, man. Hopefully you guys are, kissing your significant other, kissing your cat, or kissing your turtles. Whatever the case may be I hope you guys are safe and you have a good, happy New Year. Yeah, man, even though it's Christmas, the show don't stop. Even if it's New Year's, the show don't stop. You know what I mean? I'm always going to give you guys your Sunday episodes. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. And the first one is, what's the stupidest thing you've heard someone say recently? At age 27, my friend said that he had gotten into a fight with his girlfriend because he knew that his parents didn't have to have sex to conceive him. His mom got pregnant with him because they got married? What the fuck? So this man is 27 and doesn't know where babies come from? What? He said, no. They didn't, my parents didn't have me because they had sex. What the fuck? What is wrong with you? What kind of craziness is that? No, they got married, and then the moment she said I do, I formed in her stomach. The fuck are we talking? See, this is why for me, I always advocate telling kids the truth, bro. When they ask those crazy questions of where do babies come from and all that kind of stuff, bro, tell them the truth. Because then it's dumb motherfuckers like this who think they're 27 and they fucking think that marriage gets a woman pregnant. Like, what the fuck? If that was true, my God, we'd be doomed as a society if that was fucking true. Golly, man. At Thanksgiving this year, a relative tried to explain why Santa's ability to deliver presents to everyone in one night was proof the earth was flat. He's 54. Oh my God, bro. Are you serious? He said, I'm gonna push my flat earth agenda on there, using Santa. Bro, like, that Santa is not real. You know that. So that does not strengthen your flat earth argument. Like, what the fuck is going on here, dude? Oh my God, bro. That is stupid. Oh my God. Brother-in-law talking absolute BS at Christmas. My sister-in-law, his wife, prints an article from Harvard Law that refutes what he said. He takes one look and declares, I don't trust Harvard. Anyone who pays for their education has been had. He's the only one not formally educated, and yes, he is doing the worst financially and physically. Oh my God. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me? He wants to be right in his stupidity so bad. He sat there and was just like, nah. Anybody who pays for their education? Nope, stupid. Don't get me wrong. For me, I say that college is a scam, 100%. Unless you go to a top tier school, you get into a trade, or you go into a field that's going to get you a job right out of college. That, if you do those three things, college is worth it. If you do what my dumbass did and a bunch of other dumbasses are doing, you're going to go for a dumbass liberal arts degree and fucking think you're going to get a job out of college. And you won't. Trust me. I'm one of those guys. I have a bachelor's degree in a fucking useless degree. All right. My degree is in animation design. It's stupid. Fucking terrible degree. If I could get my 4 years back from that, I would. I ain't gonna lie to you, I would. But I can't, sadly. So, It's like, bruh, you know, like, how can you sit there and be like, oh no, Harvard people are stupid. How dare you? Like, nigga, what? Huh? Ay. My friend has triplets, 2 boys and 1 girl. They don't look anything alike. Someone asked him the other day while looking at the kids, are they identical? And he said, no, one is a girl. What the fuck? And the woman just looked at him, looked at the kids and said, yeah, I can see, but are they identical? Nigga, they're triplets. Like, come on, bro. This motherfucker said, no, they're not identical. One's a girl. Like, bro, what the fuck? Oh my God, bro. Some people are just ridiculously over the top stupid. My God. Oh, goodness gracious. That is funny as hell. This nigga said, no, one's a girl. It's too close to call between these 2 gyms. I got commented right here on Reddit just these past 24 hours. It doesn't matter if you brag about committing crimes on social media. Cops and prosecutors can't use your phone as evidence against you. Billionaires must be protected from the thieving work class. What? Okay, for one, yes, a lot of cases have actually been proven because of social media, and niggas have been going to jail because their dumbasses put it on social media. And then billionaires must be protected from the thieving working class. What kind of shit is that? Look, I get it. You know, times is tough and niggas out here stealing from rich people or whatever, and they look at it like, oh, I don't feel bad for it, but I mean, just go out there and get it on your own, man. Like, I don't know what else to tell you on that one. Like, okay. All right. I don't know what their podcast is called, but they're pretty popular. I guess. And I've seen this popular clip on their show on my TikTok feed a few times. Here's how it goes. Guy 1, what animal do you fear the least? A fish. Oh, I know what podcast he's talking about. It's those 2 guys. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. I know which one he's talking about. And then goes on to argue that a fish isn't an animal. Yeah. When guy 2 argues that it is, guy 1 says that there aren't any fish in zoos. And then, that I know exactly what clip that is. I could probably look it up. I think it is. This. I think it's like what? Fish is not an animal or something like that. Yeah. Isn't. I think I can find it. Yes, here it is, right here. I'm gonna move you guys over so you guys can see it.
What's the animal in this world that you fear the least?
Fish.
Animal.
Yeah.
Fish.
Don't start.
Don't.
You're starting and I'm not.
A fish is an animal.
No, it's not. I'm talking about an animal. Like
Fish. Fish.
That's like saying like an ant. That's not an animal. Fish aren't animals. That's a sea creature.
A fish is an animal.
You can't go to the zoo and see a fish. They don't have zoo fishes.
So many fishes.
There's fish zoos? You can go to a fish zoo.
No, there's so many fish that they have their own fucking attraction called an aquarium.
That's different. That's like sharks and shit.
That's like sharks and shit.
Names. I'm talking about an animal like a monkey zebra. That's like saying a mammal.
You just ended yourself. If you would have said mammal, I would have gave you different answer. You said animal.
That's not a fish.
Fish is an animal.
No, fish. Something with paws is an animal, dog, and fur.
Is a lizard an animal?
No. It's an insect.
What's
a reptile.
What are reptiles? So
What's
reptile.
a human?
So
Are we animals? Are we animals? Because we're humans.
Mammal.
Exactly. It's a mammal. It's not an animal.
Which is an animal.
So we're animals.
Animal.
Listen, you said humans are mammals, right?
I can't.
Listen.
I can't.
Listen to my explanation. Just get into my brain for a second.
I don't want to get in your brain. That is a sick, lonely, cold, slimy place.
We're not an animal.
You are.
I'm an animal? I won. Comments. I won.
Explain it.
You explain it. How am I an animal?
You asked me.
Yeah.
What animal am I least
But
afraid
you
of?
called me an animal.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You just
You
said I'm
brought,
an animal.
you brought human beings into it.
Why
you
are
dumb
you
sack of
screaming
points.
at me?
Because your stupidity. Fish.
I'm talking about animals.
I don't care. Animals. I'm talking about cars. It's not a Mitsubishi.
Okay,
it's a
but
car. What is the definition?
It's
of
a car
What is
car.
Aquatic.
Aquatic what? Aquatic what?
Aquatic creatures.
Animal.
You're saying you're the same as a leopard. You're not a leopard. You're a white man from Dallas. You're not a leopard.
Oh shit.
I'm trying to tell you something.
It's my phone.
Oh damn, bro. Dude. Oh my god. That shout out to you know podcast. That I've seen that clip before, and so when he was saying that, I was like, I know that clip. I've seen it. I've seen that clip before. Funniest shit ever, man, because I remember there was a time I was just scrolling through TikTok and I happened to see that. I was laughing so fucking hard, bro. So hard. He was standing so tall on that shit, and he was just like, bro, I'm an animal? And I'm just like, dude, yes, you are. Humans are animals. We are mammals. That is what we are. Humans are mammals, bro. Like, nigga. You know what I mean? And then he was just like, he was just like, dude, they're literally sea animals. And he's just like, no, they're sea creatures. I don't know. I found that. I was just like, dude. And then when he said that, I'm like, I know exactly what he's fucking talking about. Oh, man. All right. Let's get on to our next one. Let's move on. But yeah, that's funny as hell. I had to share that clip with you guys because that clip is funny as hell. All right. Airplanes should just stop using fuel when they fly, instead taxing the fuck out of the workers. Auntie Miriam to a dinner table with a retired pilot. What the fuck? She said, yo, why don't planes just stop using gas in the air? And instead, she said they should stop using fuel when they fly instead of taxing the fuck out of the workers. What? What does that even mean? Like the second part. I get the first part. She says that when planes are up in the air, they should just stop using fuel. So they should just turn the engines off and just cruise to their destination as if that works. And then I don't get the second part. Instead of taxing the fuck out of the workers. What? What does the airplane using gas have to do with taxing the workers? Bro, that there are two both unrelated situations. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Okay. All right, grandma, whatever, man. You know, all I know is
Wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. Get the fuck out of here. Thank you, Trump. My mom is a meth addict who is clean right now, according to her, but all the signs of use are there. Went to hang out with her a few days and saw a razor blade on the kitchen table, haphazardly shoved under a placement. She snorts meth instead of smoking or shooting. Yo! I knew right away what it was about and decided not to say anything because she'd simply deny/make excuses anyway. Grandma saw it and asked her about it, though. Oh, stepdad used it to cut some electrical wire. He is working on an electrical project in their master bedroom, but that also happens to be where the actual wires are located. Makes no sense to cut wires with a razor, and I just can't believe she thinks we're that stupid. Yo, his mom is out here just like, oh shit, I need me a little hit. Like, oh, woo, oh yeah, let's go, getting into the day. And then they're just like, what the fuck? What is this? Why is it white? Oh, dad was, doing an electrical project, upstairs because, he's doing the electrical thing. And they're just like, bitch, we're not stupid. We know you getting a good drug because you out here tweaking for it. Like, dude, that's crazy. I understand what it's like for you being disabled and barely being able to work because sometimes I am too lazy to work too. Nigga. What? This dude said he's comparing himself to a disabled person by saying he's lazy. He's like, oh yeah, sometimes I'm disabled too because I'm lazy and I don't want to go to work. Like, nigga, what? Do you hear what's coming out of your mouth? Because if you actually heard what was coming out of your mouth, bro, that's a little wild. That is wild as fuck. How are you going to say that to a disabled person? Like, what the? God damn. Okay. They said Russia was full of communists. When I asked what a communist was, this person had a tendency to repeat what they heard in the news without actually knowing what they were saying. They gravelly replied, someone who doesn't believe in God. This nigga. Oh my God. He said an atheist and a communist are the same fucking thing. Nigga. What the fuck? That's like saying a Muslim person is by his definition a communist. It's like, bro, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what? How do you conflate the two? How do you conflate the two? It's like, oh yeah, religion and being communist are one and the same thing. It's like, bro, there are Christian communists there. You know what I mean? There ain't a lot, but there are. They're there. You know what I mean? But it's just like, how in the hell do you get that definition from communism? How do you get that definition? I guess apparently from the news, I guess. But, that information is
wrong.
Like, all right, man. Whatever. I have a friend talking about driving to China. I'm in the U.S. When I explained to her that you cannot drive from here to China, her response was, oh my God, I suck at geology. Nigga, what the fuck? This bitch said, oh my God, I must be really bad at the knowledge of rocks or the study of rocks and earth. Like, bro, don't get me wrong. She was close, like geography and geology. Like, I give her that. All right. I give her that. Okay. Because the words are very close to each other, but it's like, you should know the difference. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. And then the fact, like, how do you not know that you can't drive to China from the U.S.? How did you not know that? What fucking magical book told you that you could do that? Who the fuck told her that she could drive to China from the U.S.? Who told her that? Because whoever told her that, man, you deserve a fucking... because you out here playing people's lives, bro. God damn, man. God damn. I heard an elderly woman say, I've been seeing all this rain and flooding and people with water up to their heads in all of these other countries. Not sure why it's happening here, Texas. I guess we're living right by God. So she believes that just because in Texas it's not raining and flooding, that everybody in Texas is doing right by God. God's just like, my niggas. He's just like, yep, them's my niggas right there. I'm gonna make sure the flood goes around y'all. I got you. You my special people. She truly believes that. She believes like God is just up there chilling like, yep, them's my niggas right there. Y'all ain't getting no famine, no flooding, none of that shit. Nah, I got you guys. Y'all my niggas. Like, what the fuck? And I would explain it to her too like that. I'd be like, Grandma, so you think God is just up there and he's just like, yep, them's my peoples. Those my peoples. All the flooding is going to go around y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some special shit so food comes to you guys. You ain't ever got to worry about nothing. Texas, y'all my peoples. You know, and I would look at her with a straight face too. Like, is that what you really believe? Do you think that God is doing that? I would love to hear her response to it. Man, that would be funny as fuck. Because I can guarantee you she said that with a straight face. Man. Eating with your left hand is disgusting and not the way humans were designed. You're 15. Don't you know eat with your right hand? Apparently it's a Muslim thing. It's strange being from a multi-faith family. Is that true? Wow. Then the Muslim people must look at me like I'm the fucking devil or something. You know, because I eat with my left hand. Like, I'm left-handed. I write with my left hand. I do everything with my left hand. Like, I'm a left-handed person. I'm a lefty dominant. And so, damn, that's crazy. That kind of opened my eyes a little bit. I didn't know that some cultures out there look at left-handed people like, yo, you are less than. That's crazy. Wow. I did not know that. Okay. You learn something new every day, man. This podcast teaches me a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Through all the craziness and the bullshit and the wild shit that, you know, be happening on this show, I ain't gonna lie to you. I do be learning some things. I do be learning some things here and there. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right. Damn. Let's see. We'll probably do like 4 more. My older brother was so happy to show me his new favorite hoodie. It said, I choose trucking because being a porn star didn't pay enough. He is unemployed. Okay. The fact that nigga's unemployed and, and he's wearing a sweater that says, I choose trucking. It's like, it would be funny if you were actually a trucker. You know, it'd be funny if you're a trucker, but you're not. So, you know, like, the fuck do you have, you know what I mean? The fuck are you wearing that jacket for? I get it. He probably thinks it's funny, but it's like, it makes no sense. You know, they're like, oh, are you a trucker? Nah, I'm unemployed. It's like, okay, all right. You know what I mean? The joke just doesn't make sense at that point. Like, all right, whatever. Wear what you gonna wear. Do what you gonna do. My neighbor recently told me that Joe Biden and the Democrat elites are eating aborted fetuses to stay young. Okay. He, I'm sure, is into a lot of conspiracy shit. You know, Google that if you want, listeners, and take from that which you will. I'm sure that's some conspiracy craziness, and yeah. Okay. I mean,
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
yeah, you know, like, I don't know. Do they eat aborted fetuses? I don't know. Shit. All right, 2 more. I-35 male had a coworker, 25 female, try to tell me that couples start to look like each other over time because our bodies start to incorporate their DNA into your own. Nigga, what? He said, hey, the longer you're with your partner, the more your DNA starts to meld together and you guys start to look the same. What? What in the fuck? Like,
Stop it. Get some help.
bro, where did you get that piece of information from? You know what I mean? Who said that? What book did you get that from? Who told you that? You know, because I would have just been like, bro, are you serious?
Stop the cap.
Like what are we doing here, bro? Okay. I mean, yeah, I know I asked for this thread, what is the stupidest thing someone has said to you? And y'all niggas are delivering. God damn. All right, that's going to be the last one. 'Cause I'm losing brain cells. Student teacher, which one is fiction again? I always get the two confused. Is that the one that is true? Already has their bachelor's in English, student teaching for a master's program. I was floored. Yo, how are you an English teacher and you don't know the meaning of fiction? Oh, like, bro, it's in the word fiction. Fiction, fabricated, fake. Like, hello. And you're an English teacher with a bachelor's degree in English? Nigga. What? Like, oh my God, bro. What does this world come to? Where a teacher who is studying to be an English teacher doesn't know the meaning of fiction. Bro, that is crazy.
Stop it. Get some help.
Cause that's crazy, bro. She needs some massive help, bro. She needs some help because her teaching style, like, if a teacher told me that, I'd be like, wait a minute. What subject do you teach again? Oh, I teach English. And you don't know what fiction means? No, because it confuses me sometimes. Like, there's nonfiction and then there's fiction. I forgot which one is true and which one is fake. And it's like, you realize you're supposed to be teaching my kids the difference between fiction and nonfiction, right? It's like, yeah, but it just sometimes escapes me. Okay, I hope my kid does not get you for a teacher, because god damn, I guess the bar for teachers is low as shit nowadays. Man, ridiculous. Fucking A, man. Okay, I am done losing brain cells over that. I hope you guys enjoyed that thread, because Jesus, hope you guys didn't lose as many brain cells as I did. And Jesus Christ, man, fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy, dude. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the announcements, man. Dude, this is episode 73. Starting this podcast, right? I never, and I mean ever, really, thought that I would get this far into doing this show. Like, when I started doing this, it was something that I wanted to just do, you know what I mean, for fun. It was something that I thought would be really cool to do. And, I had a totally different vision for the show when I first, decided to do it. And obviously that vision didn't really go as planned, you know what I mean? Like, apparently it was supposed to be actually me and a friend that hasn't been on the show yet. I'm trying to get him on the show, but he's kind of camera shy, if you will. So, he didn't want to do it. And, then I thought, like, holy shit, how am I going to do a podcast by myself? And I was, spending weeks upon weeks just figuring out what am I going to do by myself. I was looking up other solo podcasters and just seeing what they were doing. And, and I just didn't know what I wanted to do as a solo podcaster. And then when I came across, like, Am I the Asshole stories and Reddit stories and all this kind of stuff, I was like, it just clicked, it just clicked in my head. And for me, I don't have a lot of life experience, you know what I mean? Like, I'm damn near 30. And so, I have a lot of experience, of course, but I obviously don't have all the answers 100%, but I do have a lot of life experience, and I do share my life experience on this show. And I try to be as transparent as possible on this show for you guys. I mean, you guys probably know a lot about me than, most of the people that I work with or that I talk to on the regular, if I'm being honest with you, aside from best friends and people I really fuck with. So, you guys know a lot about me, and that was something I wanted to incorporate into the show, as you guys are kind of sending in your scenarios and we're going over other people's scenarios and stuff like that, I wanted to be very transparent because I feel like these people are being very transparent, and you guys as listeners and watchers and stuff like that are being transparent as well when you sign up for the Patreon and you send in your scenarios and so on and so forth. Because you guys are allowing me a little bit of a window into your lives, which I think is cool. I think it's amazing. I think it's wonderful. And I just did not think that I would be able to come up with 70, plus episodes of content. I really didn't. I was like, holy shit. Like when I started this, I was just like, oh my God, I don't really think this is going to go that far. I'm going to run out of content. I'm going to run out of things to say. I'm going to run out of ideas. But if I'm being honest with you, we're 70 episodes in and I still have so many fucking ideas. I have so many episodes planned and ready to, shoot and stuff like that. So, I mean, this thing has been a wild success beyond belief. And I mean, we're about to hit 3,000 overall downloads for, the entire show. I have multiple episodes that have been over 100 downloads, just on those single episodes alone. Like, you guys have been supporting in ways that I never thought was imaginable. You know what I mean? I mean, the fact that I look at my analytics and just in the last 30 days, 1,150 downloads is just crazy to me. When I look at my statistics and I just watch those numbers go up and I see you guys supporting on TikTok, like TikTok, we're at 1,300, followers, have over 10,000 likes. Like, just seeing that kind of interaction and that kind of growth within the 4 months that I've been doing this podcast blows my mind. If I'm being honest with you, it blows my mind. Like, you guys are just crazy, with the support, and I'm loving it. I love it so much. You guys are really making me come back week after week, make episodes, to give you guys a fucking extra episode like I am now on Sundays. So, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are the GOATs. I ain't gonna lie to you. You guys, jump in the threads and, send your wacky, crazy ass shit, because I love the threads, if I'm being honest with you. It's why the threads have been kind of a mainstay thing on this podcast, because the threads are just wild. Don't get me wrong. We have some threads that are misses. I ain't gonna lie to you. Some are misses, but a lot of them are hits, bro. A lot of them are hits. A lot of them, you guys be sending some heinous ass shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, the threads get wild, and it's just crazy, and now that we're ending the year, this is the last episode that I will be uploading for 2023. I just want to give you guys a huge fucking thank you. I really do. There's just nothing else that I can say. I wish I could do more. I wish I could give you guys more. I wish I could do something huge for the end of the year. But I can't, I'm not in that position to really, do that just yet. And I hope that by the next, new year, I will be, I personally feel like 2024 is my year. 2024 year is going to be that year where, I will be able to really bring this podcast into a financial position for me and be able to give back to you guys, be able to do giveaways and be able to give back to you guys in any way that I possibly can, and I could just do stuff to where, I can give back to you guys, because you guys have been showing crazy support, and I love that, and it just makes me want to do more. I have so many ideas and so many concepts that I want to do, because even next year we're going to be starting Haunting Adeline. And that's going to be amazing. And we're also going to be doing multiple different books. Like, once we finish Haunting Adeline, I'm going to go ahead and be taking requests for a different book. And, we're going to go into a different book. And you know what I mean? And so, we're going to be doing that. The sound effects. I have some other stuff that I'm going to be doing, like with guests and things like that. So, yeah, dude, it's just like I have so many ideas, and I'm just trying to make them all work and try to get them all situated. And we're just going to keep expanding the show, but it's also going to be familiar as well. We're going to keep the thread. We're going to keep the scenarios, but we're just going to be adding things a little here and there. And every Thursday we're going to be reading a chapter or two of Haunting Adeline. The sound effects help, keep you guys engaged within what I'm talking about, because I like to do a little improv style thing where, I like to act out the scenarios and stuff like that and just kind of give you guys a good little visual representation, especially for you audio listeners. I know that I have more audio listeners than I do video listeners, and so I do prioritize my audio listeners 1,000%. I make sure that the audio is the best it can be. I know there are some episodes where the audio just kind of sounds like tinny and, it sounds like I'm echoing like crazy or whatever. I'm trying to get, things situated. It's when I try to pull the audio from the live onto the editing software, it just does that, and I don't know why. I will fix that though, but just kind of bear with your boy. Still figuring things out, trying to get things going, so bear with me on that. But again, just thank you guys so much, man. 2023 honestly has been a huge year. Just in these 4 to 5 months has changed my life a lot, just because I never thought that this would be as successful as it is, as fast as it is. So the fact that you guys are giving this kind of feedback, I think is amazing, and it just makes me want to strive for more. And like I said, I just owe it all to you guys. Thank you guys so much. Keep rating the podcast, keep downloading, and keep supporting. Like I said, I would love for you guys to be on Patreon, but Patreon is so a choice. I give you guys the opportunity to support me in that way because it's just something I'm able to give to you. It is. And what we're going to be doing is January 5th is going to be the first free Patreon episode. So starting on January 5th, every single month, I'm going to be doing a free Patreon episode. So that way you guys can actually go on Patreon, check out that free episode and see if it's for you. And if you like that episode and you're like, damn, this was actually a little bit of a juicier episode. Why? Because I can get a little crazier. I can say, a little crazier shit if I want to. You know what I mean? The scenarios are a lot more crazier. I mean, just read some of the titles of a lot of the videos. The titles are kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, I'm gonna be doing that. And that way you guys at least once a month can get a extra episode on Friday. And that's just going to be like my free gift to you guys. That way, you don't even have to subscribe to the Patreon, and you get one Friday episode every single month. So, I'm trying to, do my thing. I'm trying to give you guys, as much as I possibly can, make the show as fun as possible. But enough about, with me ranting. I know why you're here. You're here for the juicy juice. So let's get into it. Without further ado, we got our scenarios. Would I be the asshole if I asked my wife to stop initiating sex? Wow. Okay. Let's get into this one. I'm a 32 male and my wife is a 31 female. We have been married for 8 years. Sex life is relatively good. Wife has always had a higher sex drive than me since we met. She is the type of woman who will have sex anytime, any day. If I say jump, she will hop on it type. She masturbates a lot as well. I can't keep up with her. I'll be completely honest, she can outpace me easily. I'm not ashamed of this, although I get a lot of crap from other men about it when the subject comes up. It just is what it is. There is no issue with my testosterone. We've had that looked at. We go through pretty steady waves of having sex, often 3 to 4 times a week, and low periods where it's more like once a week or every other week. This usually happens because of me, not her. My sex drive just waxes and wines, and it always has since I was a teenager and started having sex. My wife has always been very understanding and very patient with me the entire relationship. I think it's relevant history to share. So we went through a semi-rough patch in 2020 related to sex because I was so depressed at losing my job and being stuck in limbo for 5 months until my company opened back up. So we probably had sex maybe once a month during that time. She was very, very frustrated with me during that time period. She got a hall pass from me And she had sex with a guy she met on Bumble a few times. I won't lie, it was pretty fun. We had a really fun time with it. I was into getting the pictures and videos. This nigga's a cuck. What the fuck? Like, he said, hey, I'll give you a hall pass to go fuck another dude. You know, and she like took videos and all that kind of stuff. And he likes watching his girl get fucked. Bro, She was very transparent and forthcoming, and I was never uncomfortable with the situation. She voluntarily stopped seeing this guy after 2 months because she said it wasn't working for her anymore since it wasn't me. She was feeling empty in these interactions, so we stopped that and our sex life improved a lot. And we got back to having sex very regularly on her preferred schedule. So things have been going fine for the last few years, honestly. We have a healthy sex life and have tried some new stuff this summer that really lit our sex life on fire. Let's just say I've never seen my wife so horny. She wants to have sex every day, at least once a day, but she's trying to get me to have sex with her multiple times a day. At first it was great and we weren't having sex every day. She was loving it. I've never seen her so happy and satisfied with our relationship before. Truly understood that for her, having sex was a really important way for her to show love and get love back. We talk about it a little bit, and she told me she feels so happy because she feels so desired by me. This is where I'm worried. After a while, I start to wind down in my desire for sex, and I notice she's getting increasingly frustrated when I say no or stop her from stroking my mushroom tip, etc. I'm worried she put so much emotional stock into sex recently and is relying too much on it to get her emotional needs met in our relationship of me finding her desirable, etc. It doesn't seem that my words or affection really hit the same way for her. There's a noticeable difference in her demeanor and overall attention to our relationship when we're having sex as often as she wants. I need to have a discussion with her about this. I need to ask her to stop initiating sex so often right now. She's trying multiple times a day and it's just too much for me right now, but I don't really know how to talk about this with her without it making seem like it's about her, because it's not. I love my wife and she's beautiful, has an insane personality, and is such a rock star in her passions in life. I love everything about her and she turns me on all the way. Even after 8 years, she doesn't seem to get that my lack of wanting sex isn't related to her. It's just a me thing. She internalizes my rejection so much, and I'm feeling really anxious about how to talk to her about this since we went through a truly transformative period of our sex life in such a positive way. She'll really be hurt this time around, and I just need some advice on how. On how to go about it, I guess. Damn, dude. Okay, look. From an outside perspective, a lot of guys are probably just like, oh, what? I would love to have sex with my girl every day. Oh my God, I wish I had a girl that was initiating sex all the fucking time. Understandable. Because in the beginning, I would love that shit too. I would love just, sitting at my desk and then she comes out of nowhere just stroking my shit. And then, she just give me a gop 3000 while I'm on the computer working. I'm just like, oh shit. You know what I mean? It's amazing. But at the same time, you got to understand if you're getting that every single day and it gets predictive, it does get boring. It gets to a point where, you're just not as excited about it. You're just kind of doing it for her. And it's just like, it's okay. It is what it is. I'm not really into it. Like, let's spread it out a little bit, and I think that's definitely what he should do. And he should tell her, hey, look, I need you to understand that my love and affection can be given to you through other means. Let's go on some dates. Let me take you out on a nice dinner. Let me take you on an experience. Let's go somewhere. Let's do something fun. You know what I mean? Let's have sex in a hotel. Let's, go on a little vacation where it's like you go to a hotel room. It could be a hotel in your city. It's totally fine. But you guys go to a hotel and, you guys just bang it out in a hotel everywhere and anywhere. And you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about cleaning up. You don't have to worry about, doing anything. It's like you guys can just kind of enjoy your time together and have fun. But at the same time, it's like, I think instead of telling her, hey, can you stop initiating sex? I would tell her, hey, can we do more couple oriented things? Can we do more things that involve us going out and having a good time, having fun, so on and so forth? Because I understand that your love language is sex, and that's fine. That's great. But at the same time, for me, getting it all the time, it's not a novelty anymore. Like before, it was such a nice little novelty thing that I would get every once in a while. You come out of nowhere and start stroking me off, and I'm like, oh, god damn, But now it's just like I'm doing my work, and you come in, and I'm like, she's about to stroke my dick, and then you do it, and it's like, when it's predictive, it's not fun, So it's like, maybe not every single day, let's try to wind it back a little bit, compromise with her a little bit, of course, but, wind back a little bit. It's like, hey, how about every other day, we have sex, and then, wind it back a little bit more. How about, every, let's give it a 2-day break, and then let's have like kind of a fuckathon kind of thing. And then, give it 2 days, have a fuckathon, you could do that too. And that way, like, you get the 2-day break, and then she gets, smacked up like 2 to 3 times in that day, and then you get a 2-day break again. And then, you know what I mean? That way you guys, and in that 2-day break, I'm not saying like you guys aren't doing anything. No, in the 2-day break, you guys can go on dates. You can have experiences, do new things, you know what I mean? Try out things here and there. Yeah, just have a good time. Be able to enjoy each other's company. And so I definitely think that that is something that you guys should do, because it makes sense. It's like, sex is great. It's awesome. But you have to understand, sex is only 20% of a relationship. I don't care, who you are, how you cut it, whatever it is. Sex is really only 20% of a relationship. The reason being is because the other 80% is everything else. Literally everything else, as far as guys' finances, how comfortable you are with each other, the love you guys share between each other, words of affirmation and love languages and all this other bullshit, and the things you guys go and do together as couples, all that. Like, that is the 80%. And for her, it's the other way around. Sex is that 80%, and then everything else is the 20%. And it's like, no. Now, do I condone the cuckery? No. If I'm being honest with you, I don't condone the cuckery. That's kind of crazy. I'm glad that she was able to come back to him, because he could have easily lost her in that situation. It could have been a thing where, he could have lost her. She would have just been like, you know what, Chad Thundercock over here is smacking me up like 3 times a day. You don't really do that. Homeboy's got, a fucking meat stick that doesn't even fit all the way inside me. So, I'm going to bounce out of this marriage and go to you, and go to him. That could have happened. You would never know. So again, good thing you got her back, so on and so forth. But just, I don't know. My biggest thing is you should be definitely just trying to talk to her and be like, hey, let's come up with a sex schedule that works for the both of us, and we can, and we can put some novelty back in the sex. It's not like when I'm on the computer and you come in, I know you're about to start stroking me off. You know what I mean? It's like, she comes in and, you don't even remember what day it is. You don't even know it's your sex day. And then she comes in and she's wearing lingerie and she just starts sucking you off, and you're like, whoa, god damn. Whoa, oh wow, has it been 2 days already? Shit. Oh my God. Wow. God damn. You know what I mean? Because it's not happening every single day. You get that 2-day little break, and then all of a sudden she comes in, she wearing a little sexy number and starts just sucking you off. And you're like, whoa, I'm just saying, those are things that you can do to kind of keep the novelty in the sex, but it also fulfills her and it fulfills you. So I don't know. That's my 2 pennies. You guys let me know what you think about that. All right, let's get into our first Patreon submitted scenario. If you'd like to get your scenario on the show, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. $3 a month, exclusive episode every Friday, and the ability to send as many scenarios as you'd like. So we got our first one here. It does not have a title. So I'm just going to read it. He did send me text messages. So I have not read the text messages. I have not read the scenario. So I am very curious. This is the first time somebody has actually sent text messages. If you guys can see, there are like legitimate text messages, you know, if you could see on there, legitimate text messages. So let's check this out. I, 20 male and 22 female, matched on Boo. What the fuck is Boo? Okay, all right. I don't know dating apps. We matched on Boo about 2 weeks ago and talked for a day before she gave me her number completely unprompted. Ooh, that's a W. Okay. Yeah, if you got the number, if she gave you the number without you asking, man, that's a W. All right. She gave me her number completely unprompted. Since then, we've been talking almost every day, flirting here and there, but it's mostly normal conversation. Then this, so the text, happens last night through this morning. As of posting this, she has a response. Did I fuck up? She's the first person who's expressed explicit sexual interest in me, and I am much better at the romantic side of things. My only previous partner and I had a very romantic relationship, and there wasn't much room for sex in it due to various factors. I feel like I have a gross overconfidence in my own abilities over text because I got nervous to even touch someone unless we've spent a lot of time together in person and have zero previous sexual experience. I'm also afraid to text again before she responds because I don't want to seem desperate. Okay, so let's get into these texts. So, so she texts hey with 2 Y's. He says, hey, what's up? She says, what are you doing right now? He says, just chilling, kind of bored. You. She says, kind of horny. Not gonna lie, I am a little too. So he says, I'm a little horny too. Good night for real this time, nigga. Really? What? Nigga. Are you serious? She said that she's horny. You said that you're horny too. And then you proceed to say good night for real this time. Now, for granted, he texted at 12:30 a.m. So that's like midnight, 30 minutes past midnight. And then she didn't respond and he texted the good night at around like 3 a.m. So I give it to you. It has been like 2.5 hours. So I get it why you kind of texted good night. But then she texts in the morning. The next morning she said, I was fingering myself thinking about you. He texts back an hour later, I'm not going to lie, I was thinking about you too. She said, I kept thinking of how I want you to fuck me till I pass out and force your mushroom tip inside of me while I beg for more. God damn. And he says, oh, I plan to. Fair warning, though, you won't be able to walk for a while afterwards. She said,
Stop the cap.
He was like, fair warning, though, you won't be able to walk, baby. And she was like,
Stop the cap.
come on, bruh. He said, yeah, probably. Doesn't mean I'm not going to try, though. And that's it. She hasn't texted back since. So, here's where you fucked up, my guy. All right, here's where you fucked up. Now, that night, okay, the moment she said kind of horny, I would have texted address. That's it. That's all I would have texted. If a girl is literally texting you that, horny, I would have been like, address. That's it. That's it. The smoothest thing that you can do is say address, question mark. Why? Because that let her know you are about business. You stand on business. You like, I'm done talking. I'm not even going to tell. I wouldn't even said like, I'm kind of horny too. None of that. Nah. The fuck are we talking about here? I think she looked at that, oh, not gonna lie, I'm horny too. She looked at that shit like, this nigga ain't about it. You know what I mean? She was like, he ain't about it. I'm gonna finger myself. If you would have said address, question mark, she'd have been like, Addy. And then I wouldn't have texted anything after that. And then I would have drove my ass there, you know, going 100 miles an hour and just like, ooh, about to get some coochie. And so, and then the next thing I would have texted her after the address, I'm here. That's it. That's how that conversation would have went. She would have said, I'm kind of horny. Address. Send me the address. I drive my ass there. I'm here. That is it. And I would have smacked the fuck out of them cheeks. Like, bro, what are you doing? And then if you would have done that, the whole conversation where she was like, I was thinking about, I was fingering myself thinking about you. And I keep thinking about how you'll fuck me, all this, none of this conversation wouldn't have happened because you wouldn't have needed it. You would have gave her that dick. And for me, I hate when dudes sit there and they're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck you like this, blah, 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 blah. It's like, bro, come on.
Stop the cap.
Because you're not. And she already knows. And that's why she called it too. She said cap. Because she's like, bro, you're not. You know what I mean? Because if you really was about that, you would have asked for my address. Because that's what I would have done. If a girl out here talking about she kind of horny, I'd have been like, address? Because I'm about to go fix that with my penis. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, you fumbled the bag. I'd move on to the next girl, bro. You know, get back on boo, bro. You know what I mean? Get back on boo because, yeah, you fumbled the bag on this one. She probably on to the next guy. And if I'm being honest with you, she probably already fucking on the next dude. Let's just keep it on dopey here. You know what I mean? She just seems that type of girl where she's, you know, she's like, this nigga ain't about it, so I'm on to the next guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, she was hoping to see if you gonna fuck her because that's what she wanted. Like I said, man, next time a girl does that, address. That's it. You ain't got to say nothing else. You ain't got to say no smooth shit. You don't got to be a smooth operator. You ain't got none of that bullshit. None of that. She said you are on the 1 yard line. You needn't do any more. You're on the 1 yard line. All right? So stop. Stop acting like you at the 50 yard line, bro. And you feel like you got to do all this work. No. You're at the 1 yard line. So now we're talking about action now. We're talking about action. We're done with this talking shit. That's why I said address. And she going to be like, let's see if he's about that. You know, you send that address and she going to be like,
You sure about that? You sure about that?
You know, cuz she's going to be skeptical 100%. You know, but then she going to send that address cuz she horny. She going to send that address. And then when you don't text her back, she's just gonna be like, yeah, see, I knew he was nothing but
Stop the cap.
You know, I knew he was cap. And then when you text, I'm here, she's gonna be like, oh shit, okay, damn. You know what I mean? And then when you're there, don't even talk. You just see her, you just, you know, get it, you know, obviously escalate it correctly, but you just kind of, I wouldn't just like, she opens the door and you just instantly start kissing her. No. Wait, you know, come on now. That's a little too much. But, you know, you do it a little smooth, man. You know, you let her close the door, whatever the case may be, you know, and then, you know what I mean? You just, you know, start hugging on her, touching on her, stuff like that. And then you start getting into the kissing and you start fucking and you doing your thing. Like, bro, you fumbled the bag. Moral of the story on this one is when you're at the 1 yard line, stop acting like you're at the 50 yard line. All right. So, but you got to get back on boo, bro. You got to get back on boo because you done fucked it up. Yeah, you done fucked it up. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right. Let's get on to our next scenario. Second date went wrong. I wanted to come on here to vent about what happened to me last night. I, 31 male, matched with this very attractive girl, 26 female, about 3 weeks ago on a dating app. We talked shortly and agreed to meet up one evening. The date went really well. We had some fun conversations. We walked around downtown, got some food, and I ended up dropping her back at her home around midnight. The day after, she reached out to me and told me she wanted to see me again. So we chose a day that worked for both of our schedules, and I planned the evening. Good man, good man. I was really excited about seeing her again, and I made that known to her. She said she felt the same. So Friday comes, I put together a small gift bag with some candy and treats for her since it's Christmas in a few days. And I get ready. I pick her up from her place. We hug. She tells me I smell good, and she's all smiles. We get to the restaurant where I made dinner reservations, and I mean, the chemistry is amazing. Woo! Goddamn. He said the chemistry is just on fire. God damn. We're laughing, having a good time. Once again, I finish up dinner and head out to an activity that I planned after dinner. I want to try something new, and she said she enjoys puzzles. So I booked an escape room. Ooh, that sounds fun. I've never done that before. I totally want to do that though. All right. I booked an escape room, which I had never done before, and neither has she. We were both doing something out of our comfort zone, and she enjoyed the idea. We get to our destination. The host greets us and gives us the rundown and the rules. We're taken into a room and given 1 hour to complete it. It was a bit confusing knowing where to begin, but we managed to make some progress. And then apparently things went wrong. I was really excited and solved some of the room with no issues, to which she then told me that I had been there before. I took this as a joke and laughed it off, but I noticed her energy had changed. We continued for about 10 to 15 minutes, and she kept telling me to solve the puzzles as if I knew the solution. Shortly after she told me she was going to book an Uber home, I was confused. She left the room and I wasn't sure what was going on. I followed behind her and the host looked at us confused, and I kind of embarrassingly told her that we were done and thanked her for the experience. I go outside and basically try to talk to her about what's going through her head, and she told me that I was trying to test her and make her seem stupid because I had been there before with another woman and she wasn't going to waste her time on a man who plays those games. I was heartbroken and communicated to her that I've been single for the better half of a year and have never done that before, to which she quickly dismissed, saying she's good at reading people and her intuition was telling her that I was lying. She was then demanding that I pay for her Uber for wasting her time, and she felt uncomfortable getting back in the car with me and dropping her off. I didn't pay, of course, but I did wait outside until her ride came, which I was told I was being weird. She said a few hurtful things, and I didn't know how to prove to her that I was being honest. I was just in disbelief and came back home pretty sad. What? Wow. That's super fucked up. I mean, look, escape rooms aren't meant to be hard. You know what I mean? They're not. Like, you can put some common sense and a little logic to it, and it's all right. You can figure it out. Like, they're not meant to be hard. That's the point. It's why they give you an hour. It's why there's multiple rooms. Like, they make it pretty simple. Of course, you're going to have to solve a little bit of a puzzle here and there, but they make it fairly easy for you. And so a guy of, average competency can easily figure out a casual escape room. But for her to feel like, oh, you think I'm dumb and you've done this before and you brought another woman here before and stuff like that, it's like, why would you think that? Like, ladies, in the comments, let me know, why would she feel like he's done that before, or he's brought another girl there before, or he's not being sincere? Like, let me know, because that is very odd to me, why she would think that. You know, because he obviously has been like nothing but a gentleman. He planned the date. He took her out. You know, he was like, you know what? You know, I want to give this girl an experience. I want to give her something, you know, exciting to talk about. You know what I mean? And like, an escape room is really cool. That's a super fun idea. I've always wanted to do that with my significant other, but we were kind of too scared to do it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because we went to it and we were gonna do it, and then we got kind of scared. I ain't gonna lie. We did. We kind of got scared. We were just like, oh, I don't know. Maybe we'll come back another time. Yeah, we got scared. I ain't gonna lie to you. But the fact that they did it, I think that was cool. I don't know. Again, ladies, you let me know. I wish that I could help the guy because obviously, you know, he, you know, is on Patreon and he sent this. And I'd love to be able to help you and kind of give you some advice on what, you know, what happened there. My biggest thing is, man, don't change. You're a great guy. You know, you planned the date, you know what I mean? You were the man in the date, you paid for it, you took her to a nice restaurant, you guys had a good time, whatever. You obviously know what you're doing in the dating space. So, you know, you could easily find another girl, 100%. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what you did wrong. Again, ladies, you let me know, what did he do wrong? Because I'd love to know. I really would. I'd love to know what he did wrong because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Huh. All right. Well, let's get on to the next one. Again, sorry, brother. I don't know what to tell you because you did everything right. You really did. You did everything right. So, I mean, there's no critique on you. But, you know, it's just like I don't know. She just didn't really care, I guess. I don't know. All right. I may have overshared about oral sex. All right. A good friend, 31 male of mine, has been married for 2 years and has been having a bumpy ride with his new wife. A few cultural reasons, neither of them had much dating experience before they met and very little sexual experience. So it's no surprise that they'd have an adjustment period in the bedroom and things haven't been smooth. He came to me about 3 weeks ago and acknowledged that things aren't going well and asked if I'd be willing to give him some detailed advice. I agreed and we met for a beer. He laid out for me what he thought their issues he thought were their issues. Jesus Christ. I cannot talk. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. All right. He laid out for me what he thought were their issues, including that they are both interested in oral sex, but he has very little idea about how to go down on a woman. I told him that exploring together is one of the funnest things in a new relationship, and they should communicate as much as possible. He agreed, but he was persistent in asking me for pointers and ideas. So we have had a 45-minute conversation on this topic. I told him what I've learned, including specific things about placement and movements with hands that he could try. He was very grateful. I got home, I let my wife know about the conversation, and she was generally fine with it except for the things about hand placements and movements. She said those were things that she particularly likes, not all women like. So I felt like an oversharer. I let her know that I think all women do like that. It's not just her, although I saw her point. But now I'm wondering, did I overshare? Or is this a healthy conversation with a friend? It is 100% a healthy conversation with a friend. Understand this. Your wife is wrong because she sat there and said, oh, well, those are things that are particularly to me. That's fine. Okay. And there's some truth to that. 100%. Not all women like the same thing. You know, I've even said it in previous episodes where it's like, you can't play DJ Hero and take your DJ Hero experience from one girl to another. Sometimes you can, 100%, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you're going to have to change up the DJ Hero just a little bit. And what I mean by DJ Hero is, you know, rubbing the bean. So sometimes you got to change up the way, you know, you play DJ Hero. You know what I mean? You got to change it up a little bit for her specific needs. But here's where she's wrong. before he didn't have even a place to start. Okay. He didn't even have a place to start. He didn't even know where to start, playing DJ Hero. He was just like, I don't know, man, because I feel like I want to play on easy, but she expects me to be playing on expert. So I need some help. But what he can do is be like, hey, look, I'm going to go ahead and give you a nice little foundational thing. You start with that, and then you can kind of go from there. You have an idea of what, the DJ Hero is like, what Eating the Pum is like. You can kind of have an idea of what it is. And so he can go in there with some confidence, like, okay, I have an idea of what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? And then for her, she's going to just be like, oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, a little bit to the left. Wow. Oh, my God. Oh, a little up. Wow. Oh, Jesus. That's the spot. You know what I mean? Because he's coming in now with the frame of confidence. He's coming in the frame of a game plan. He knows what he's doing. It may not be what his girl likes, but the fact that he's coming in with the frame of confidence, he's coming into the frame with a plan. He knows he has a rough idea of what he's going to do. Like, no. That is great. I'm so glad. That is a super healthy conversation to have with your guy friend. If my guy friend came to me and he was like, look, I don't know what to do. I don't really know how to eat the pump like that. I would give him just a flagship blueprint and be like, look, man, my girl typically likes this. You know what I mean? So go ahead and start with this. And, if you see she's not really, cooperating with it a little bit, you know what I mean? Maybe try to go up a little bit, maybe try to go over to the side a little bit, maybe try to go down a little bit, maybe she's the type that, she likes more of the bean licked, or maybe she's the type where she likes a little more of the, the labia licked. Maybe she's a little more that likes, being tongued a little bit. I don't know. Every girl is different, but being able to have like a basis of, okay, if my boy said, start with this. If that doesn't work, then go to this. If that doesn't work, then try this. If that doesn't work, then try that. You know what I mean? Because he's confident the whole time. He's not given one thing to try, and then that doesn't work, and then he's like, oh my God, I don't know what else to do. No, it's like your boy knows what he's doing, and he's going to give you multiple, and I'm sure that's what he did. I'm sure he gave his friend multiple ways to eat his girl out, to, play the DJ Hero and all that stuff. And I'm sure for him, he's like, bro, I'm about to hop in bed with my girl, confident as fuck. Why? Because I have a game plan, So are you an oversharer? Hell nah, bruh. If anything, keep having those conversations with your boy. And I can guarantee you, his girl is going to love it. Why? Because she's going to be like, oh my God, Abdul, what the fuck are you doing? You're like a whole new man. You know what I mean? Because for her, she hasn't seen this side of him yet. So, you know what I mean? For him to kind of unlock this and have this game plan and the confidence to go in there with that game plan. Oh boy, she's going to love it. She's going to love it. All right, let's go ahead and get into our last scenario. I, 23 female, cheated with the Airbnb host and don't know what to do. Oh my goodness. Let's get into it. First off, sorry for my English. It is not my first language. I planned this trip with my boyfriend, 31 male. This is about to get juicy. Okay. A couple of months ago, it was a little vacation. A couple months ago, it was a little vacation we wanted to take. However, 2 days before the trip, we had a big discussion and we argued. So he said I didn't want to go anymore. Okay, he said he didn't want to go anymore. I was really wanting to go, so I told him I would go anyways, even without him. That could maybe be good for both of us to take a break and think things better. We rented an Airbnb in Rio de Janeiro. Very nice apartment with a good view. When I arrived to the Airbnb, the owner was confused because he was expecting a couple, not a single woman. Goddamn. So I was explaining to him what happened without getting into details, and he was very comprehensible, and he left the apartment as we rented it only for me and my boyfriend. Later that night, the host, 43 male, texted me to ask me if everything was okay and to give me a bottle of wine that he always gives to guests. I told him he could come over. When he came over, he asked me if I could use some company. Oh, shit. He was like, hey, baby, would you like some company with this wine? Even though I wanted to sleep, I told him yes. It was actually a really good talk. He told me about his job and businesses and about his past relationships. I felt really good talking to him. Later, he offered to play me some music and go to the sofa. God damn. At that moment, I realized what was going on. But because of the wine, I wasn't thinking clearly. I accepted, and after a few minutes, he started to kiss me. I thought in stopping him, but I was really enjoying the moment. We ended up having sex that night, and I asked him to stay with me until the morning. He accepted. Wow. But the same happened every night. I stayed with him for an entire week. And then I returned home. So this man smashed for an entire week and then sent that bitch home. On her boyfriend's dime, mind you. He paid for the Airbnb for her to get smashed out for a whole week. Wow. I know I have to talk about this to my boyfriend, but still can't figure out what to do. The other guy wants me to go back, and I really want to. Yo, you need to fucking break up with your boyfriend right now, bro. Oh my God. You need to break up with your boyfriend right now, bro. The fact that you cheated, you're done, bro. You're done. That dick was mesmerizing because it didn't happen once. It happened 7 times over the week. You was smashing this man every day. And this dude is just like, yo, she practically paid for me to fuck her every day. God damn, bro. W-mans, because this nigga, wow, bro, wow. That is crazy. Her boyfriend paid for this man to smash his girl, and then she's over here like, I want to go back. Damn. Yeah, girl, you need to break up with your boyfriend ASAP. Right now. You need to break up with that nigga now. Because you're done. You're done, bro. You're done. I don't even want to hear it. You're done. You're fucking done, bro. Alright? You're fucking done. Oh my God. That is crazy. Oh my God. Hit her with it, Trump.
Wrong.
It's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Well, that is going to end today's episode. Thank you guys so much. Happy New Year once again, man. This is going to be the last episode of 2023. Thank you guys so much for all the support again. I really appreciate all the support that you guys have, been giving me. Man, 70 plus episodes and we pushing, baby. We pushing. So 2024 is our year. You know what I mean? 2024, baby. This is our year. Let's go. Let's get into the new year strong. All right. Keep downloading the podcast, rate the podcast on audio platforms, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. $3 a month give you an extra episode, an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as the ability to send in your scenario like these 3 people did for today. But yeah, man. And then starting on January 5th on Patreon will be the first free episode that we do on Patreon. Every month we're going to be doing a free episode, so that's about 12 free episodes a year. So, you know what I mean? Even if you don't sign up for the Patreon, hey, you're still getting 12 episodes a year. That is my gift to you guys. But yeah, man, that is going to go ahead and do it. I love you guys, and peace.